everybody. Everybody, welcome. Well, today's topic, you're either going to hate me or you're going to love me. Either way, we're going to have some fun. Hello, Mr. Timur. Welcome. Hi, sweet kitty. Welcome, everybody, as you're joining. Yeah. Hello. I don't know how to say it. Iba, Hiba, Hiba. Sorry, I'm really bad at butchering. Okay. All right, my friends. Hello, Michela. Welcome. All right, my friends. I'm going to just start talking and get this party started. And I'm super excited about today's topic because I think it's a topic that we all kind of navigate in our own little way. And I love that it's called What Are You Avoiding? Welcome, everybody. Hiba! Okay, cool. Thank you. I get it right at some point. I love it. Cool. Welcome, everybody, as you're joining. Hello, hello. We are going to dive into a topic. So, for those of you that may just be joining for the first time, hi, sweet Shruti. I do these Facebook Lives almost every day. Sometimes on the weekends, I don't. When I have my son, I sometimes on the weekends don't. But we come up with a topic to talk about that really that's either going on in my life or something I'm noticing in clients or when I'm facilitating classes. So my target with the No Judgment Diet is 10 million people out of judgment with their bodies. And what I know is when you stop judging your body, your size, your weight, your shape, your skin color, your age, your sex, your gender preferences, your not gender preferences, your sex preferences, when you stop judging you have a whole universe. Hi, sweet Lindsay. Hi, beautiful Roz. You have a whole, hi, Renee, a whole universe available. And so I was just on my podcast, I was interviewing my friend Patty Alfonso. We'll launch that soon. If you guys haven't checked out Gangster of Consciousness podcast, please feel free to go listen. I think we got 20 plus episodes for you to download, listen to, laugh, enjoy. But I was interviewing her and we were talking about a topic, orgasm, right? Right. Hi, sweet Sandy. We're talking about a topic and not orgasm, but orgasmic living. And it's interesting. We started talking about how when we hear a word or we hear an energy or we get in a taste of an energy, we either tend to love it and then align and agree with it, or we tend to hate it, judge it, make it wrong, make ourselves wrong, right? All these crazy things. And so I wanted to kind of come up today, and since it is in the week of the holidays, so in America, we have the US Thanksgiving. I know that we've got, a bunch of holidays and a bunch of different religions all coming up. And we've got obviously Christmas, which is a big holiday for a lot of people, but we also have Hanukkah and, all these other religions. And so what happens in the holiday is people tend to go crazy. But also what happens in the holidays is people's awarenesses tend to be on hyperdrive. But here's the problem. If you're stressed out and your awareness is on hyperdrive, you'll go into hyperdrive stress instead of hyperdrive possibility. And so, yeah, hello, sweet Ola, she says, or question it. And so, my friends, in this, I was talking to Patty and we're talking about how much people avoid talking about pleasure and yet secretly desire it all the time. right? How much do we avoid receiving more money, and yet we secretly obsess about how to get more money? How many of us secretly avoid, or not so secretly avoid, our families, but then create our own trauma and drama in our own lives to match the energy of our family? You guys getting what I'm saying here? And so Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness and the tools of Access Consciousness, they talk about what you resist persists. So if you have a judgment that you need to avoid people who have a lot of entities, you will attract in your life people with a lot of entities. If you have a point of view that you need to avoid mean people, you will attract people who are mean to you while you're refusing to be mean. Is this making sense? If you avoid looking at your finances, you will create financial traumas and dramas because you're not willing to look at what you're creating. And so I love this. Yeah, I love it, Alyssa. Thank you. So my friends, what is it right now? And if you want, I want you to put in the chat, what is it right now in your life that you're avoiding? Okay. What is it you're avoiding? And so I was on NJD every day this morning, and every day we get on and we do a topic and we destroy and uncreate our relationships. So one of the things that came up today is everywhere where we've been, holy cow, it's got a lot of energy on it. Oh, excuse me. Everywhere where we have been either avoiding death. Ooh, Hiba says, I'm avoiding being attractive. Well, that is fascinating. Ooh, that does all sorts of good things. Like, right. How many of you are avoiding being sexy? How many of you are avoiding being wealthy? How many of you are avoiding being obnoxious? How many of you are avoiding saying no to people you would really like to be saying no to? Wow, that is, holy crap. That's a lot of energy. So this morning in NJD Every Day, we were looking at the energy of death and how so many people on the call, right, every morning for 15 minutes, we destroy and uncreate, we frack, we do a whole bunch of really cool stuff. We say, all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory 10 times. It's freaking amazing. And on that, this morning, we looked at how many people were literally still healing their loved ones that were dead, or how many people were still healing dead people. Right. Wow. Shruti says, I've been avoiding asking for money. Sandy says, I'm avoiding money. Alyssa says, I'm avoiding awareness. Ooh, Ola says, people, debt, family, relationships, sexy body, and a sensual body. Oh, baby. Roz says, I'm avoiding awareness. Sandy says, obnoxious. Shruti says, all you told I am avoiding. Apparently I'm in your head. Ooh. So Kitty says, pain, difficulty with body. So are you avoiding the pain? Oh, you're avoiding the pain, which creates more pain. Right. Renee says the willingness to agree with people's compliments. Ooh. And to fully step out in my trueness. Well, that will stick you. Wow. You guys are amazing. And so do you know how much energy it takes to avoid things? So if any of you have ever had the energy of like breaking it off with a friend, or breaking it off with an intimate other, or a husband, or a partner, or whatever, or a wife, and you know you're going to see them, and you will, like, everything in you wants to avoid seeing them. Right? Whew. Wow. Kitty says entities. Well, Kitty, maybe that's what's causing the pain. Because pain, according to Gary and according to Access, is an intensity of awareness you're not willing to have. So what awareness are you having over and over and over again that you're refusing or pretending not to have? Right? My friends, when you avoid, it creates you being at the effect of the energy you're avoiding. So when you're avoiding money, you're then at the effect of money. When you avoid being obnoxious, you're at the effect of everyone who desires to be obnoxious to you, right? So remember Gary one time, I love the energy of obnoxious. Gary one time said to me, he said, and I like, look, sometimes he says stuff and I listen to recordings over and over and over again. And I like filter it through my own filter of judgment, not necessarily through how he intends to communicate it. But I remember him saying something to the effect of that I think it's obnoxious to be selfish. And I was like, well, of course it is. And he said, right, which means that you will avoid anything that makes you seem selfish. So you'll then be at the effect of everyone who's selfish because they don't want to contribute to you, and you'll make it wrong if you want to, we're looking at my business, if you want to let them go, if you want to fire them. And I was like, he goes, because you think that's obnoxious. And I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, he goes, that's not obnoxious. That's you being mean to you. And I said, oh, but it's obnoxious to not choose what's greater for me. Right? So, right. Ola says a godzillion. So my friends, what have you decided is obnoxious? Have you decided it's obnoxious to be happy? It's obnoxious to say no to your family. It's obnoxious not to do the holidays. Like, what have you decided? Hi, sweet Wendy. What have you decided is obnoxious in your world? Wow. So, my friends, I want you to look at what are you avoiding? And if you stopped avoiding it and started to make friends of it. So if you're avoiding pain, what if you lowered your barriers and just said hi to the pain, right? If you're avoiding death, right? I've been dealing with a lot of death. Like, it just had just a bunch of people in my life recently, one die, and also friends that are experiencing people that were close to them dying. And it's like, what are you avoiding with death, right? Instead of just like saying hi to it. Wow, something I've been avoiding is cranky people. Yeah, Ola says, I've decided that I'm obnoxious. Shruti says, I've been avoiding mean people. So Shruti, how much are you at the effect of mean people? Ola, how much are you at the effect of obnoxious people? Wow, this is amazing. And so, it is interesting because a lot of people avoid the holidays because they don't want to deal with the pain they've decided it will create. Well, the only reason something can create pain is because you're avoiding your awareness of the different choice you could make. Does that make sense? Wow. And it's interesting, you guys, like I've had a lot of stuff going on in the last few days, and so sometimes to get on live, I'm aware of all these energies. I'm also aware of everybody that's pulling on my energy. And so, if I avoid the people that are pulling on my energy, it just makes it worse. Versus saying hi to them in their universe and flowing them energy. Yeah, wow. Ola says my body weight and shape is obnoxious. Hiba says I've been avoiding an energy that manifests upstairs at night. It's driving me nuts. So stop avoiding it and maybe it'll go away. Ola says it's avoiding the death of me. Right. Shruti says for a trillion times. My dad, my mom-in-law, rude and mean. I know, because you keep avoiding it. Versus what capacity do you have with this energy that you're not acknowledging? And here's what I know. Now, this may be true for some of you. This may not be true for some of you. Is when you stop avoiding it for you, you have a capacity with it that can change the planet. So when I stopped avoiding selfish, I have a capacity to see when people are being selfish. and use it to my advantage instead of avoid it. Use it to create more consciousness instead of avoid it. Wow, that's got a lot of energy. So my friends, those of you avoiding mean people get to control you. Those of you avoiding control, everybody gets to control you. Those of you avoiding weight gain, guess what? You start to struggle more with your body. Those of you avoiding your family, guess what? Your family will insert themselves into your universe. Wow. I'm avoiding men who are interested in me for sex. Well, Roz, if you stopped avoiding men who are interested in you for sex, how could you use them to your advantage to create the world you'd like to see? So that doesn't mean you have to use them for sex or that you need to consent to sex. But what if you were like, oh, this person wants sex with me. Well, what else can I get them to do for me that I've been not willing to ask? You do not have to give over your body. And I know you live in India. You do not have to give over your body. Okay? Most women think that if men do something nice for them, then they have to give themselves up or they have to say yes to something they don't want to say yes to. Roz, how much sexual energy do you have? And how much bigger would your business be if you stopped avoiding them lusting after you? How could you use it to your advantage? How could it make you more money? How could it make your body more lit up? Wow. And has your body been asking for this energy? And then you've been refusing it. Wow. Right. Hiba says, what's required to do that? Well, Hiba, start asking, like, you already know you're avoiding the energy and then it manifests upstairs. Stop avoiding the energy. Lower your barriers. Say hi to the energy. So I'm going to tell a story. And years ago, I was facilitating a class on money. And I actually have an NJD for your money, honey, coming up this week. And we might do this in the class, but I'll just give it to you here right now. So I was teaching a class with someone and we were asking what people's points of views on money was, and it was like money's dirty, money's evil, money's sticky, money's hard to come by, money blah, and it was like putting all these projections on money. And the one on dirty really stuck, and so the co-facilitator and I pulled out dollar bills, and we're like, oh, you guys think money's dirty? And we licked the dollar bills in front of, I was like 25 people in Florida. It was with Ricky Williams. And everybody's like, oh, you can't lick money. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Because why? Money isn't dirty. It's money. You guys put all these energies on it. And so when you let go of the energy, guess what? More money can come play with you, right? And so I love that, avoiding. So what you want to do is, if you're avoiding an energy right now, I want you guys to look at every energy you're avoiding. We'll do it right now live. Live, yeah. So I want you to lower your barriers. Yep. Hiba, barriers down and receive. Exactly. So lower your barriers. And the energy you're avoiding, the energy you're like, oh God, I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. Oh God, I hate when somebody's like that. Oh God, that's so annoying. Oh God, oh God, oh God. And you just literally looked at that energy. It starts to change. My friends, when you look at an energy, right? Starts to change. You look at your skeletons in the closet, your skeletons start to change. You look at the dark or say hi to the dark, or you're scared of the dark, you like hi, you shine a flashlight on it. Guess what? The darkness starts to dissipate. Yeah, I love that. So Renee says, like, scared to share my happy because I've been told I'm too happy, too positive, too different. I choose now that I'm fully receiving of all the good coming into my life. And because of my choice, it is coming. I stop choosing lack. A frickin' men. My friends, it is time for you to get your happy on. That's it. Happy. Get happy. That is your mission in life, right? Yeah. Wendy says, I love flirting. Happy to be here. Awesome. My body enjoys receiving sexual energy, just not involving physically with them. So how could you flirt with them in order to get them to do what you'd like to do? How could you get them to give you, pay you, receive from? How could you use it to your advantage? Get them to come to your classes, right? I remember a long time ago, this is like 3 or 4 years ago, I was facilitating, and I started having a ton of men come to my classes, and they'd want to ask me out. And I said, well, the only way I'd ever go out with you is if you came to my bars and foundation class. And then they'd go away. And some of them would come to my bars class, but they wouldn't come to my foundation class. So like, where are you not using that to your advantage? Like, well, the only way I'll even consider going on a date with you is if you come to my bars and foundation classes, or if you do this, or if you do that. Yeah. Did someone turn the heat up? Well, I am. Yeah. So, my friends, what is it you're avoiding? And what if you didn't have to avoid it? What if it's not something to be ashamed of? You don't have to avoid the topic of sex. You don't have to avoid the topic of money. And you know what? Those two energies people avoid more than anything else. They avoid sex, they avoid money, and they avoid death. Wow. So if you stopped avoiding sex, money, and death, what would that create for your future? Ooh, baby. I love it. Cool. Nice, Roz. Awesome. Hippa says that's terrifying. What's terrifying? Telling people that they need to come to your classes and then you'll consider dating them. Doesn't mean you have to. I never went out on one single date with any of them because they knew, like, either show up and come to my class and get conscious or go away. Not interested in half ass. Cool. So, my friends, we have, Alyssa, do you have the link? You might not have the link. We have a one-off call this week. Let me find it. On family. Because family, how often, there it is. I got the link actually. So we have a one-off call on family this week. I'm going to put it in the link. We got a lot of cool stuff happening. And if you guys want a $50 call on family, right, just posted the link. You can hit the store and it'll take you to a one-off call on Black Friday, right? We're not like Black Friday, oh, let's give you a deal. Well, I'm going to give you a deal and we're going to eradicate all your stuff that you have around family. Terrifying to face, whatever it is. Okay, cool. So Hiba, is it yours that you think it's terrifying? I'm just going to say, is it yours that you think it's terrifying? So my friends, yeah, I just wanted to hop on here, do a quick, I missed you over the weekend, and even though I've had my bars run 3 times, I think I need them run like 3 more. I'm going to go see my family this week, go skiing, hopefully be on the mountain. I adore you guys. We start NJD for Your Money, Honey, on Wednesday. Pretty amazing. So I will be here tomorrow at noon doing the live. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time. That's all I got for you. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.